Today we'll be responding to a video from Zombiefan, and the amount of bad takes in this video is pretty hilarious, so you're going to enjoy watching it and seeing his arguments unravel. Responded to a video from Clownfish, a video what's talking about Japanese manga and like the Japanese work ethic. Even the audacity to include the creator of Berserk into this video, that's what Zombie finds the most offensive. Pushing that narrative, what Clownfish have. So let's just start the video and see what his points are and see where it goes.
What's going on, everyone? I hope you're all having a great day today, because the last couple of days have honestly been really sad. In case you didn't hear the news, famous author of the manga Berserk, Kentaro Miura, I'm sorry if I butchered that, sadly passed away at age 54. It shocked and saddened a lot of people, and a lot of communities were affected because his work inspired things such as Dark Souls and Final Fantasy. And speaking on Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy XIV community got together and held a vigil for him as their Dark Knight class.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
It was very sweet, but however, there's always a downside to someone famous like him passing away. You'll get assholes like this. But however, we won't be covering him, we'll be covering somebody else that's actually using his death to go ahead and push something.
Is it you?
Enter Clownfish TV. Now, I've heard of Clownfish TV before, but I have never watched any of their videos before. And so I did last night, and I instantly fucking regretted it. But
now you know how your own viewers feel.
Before that, there was a certain image that was circulating on Twitter. It was this thumbnail. No,
God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
And I don't see a big deal. Yeah, it's a thumbnail of his artwork. It's relevant to the video. I don't see the issue. If I use this argument against you, in your video you got the same image just with your character put onto it. Why did you need to use that image? Why couldn't you just use a picture of a Clownfish logo and with your title? Why did you have to use that? I know you might say, so we know which video I'm talking about, which video I'm referencing, but you could have linked to a video, you didn't need to have that image there. Because at the time when you made that video, you would have got more clicks if you used it than you didn't. And that's fine, you can report or talk about whatever you want to, but at the same breath you can't tell people what they can't talk about or what they can't use when you're using the same image yourself or doing a similar thing. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I highly doubt that was just pure coincidence that he used fucking Berserk in the thumbnail of his video.
Well, if you watch the video, you'll know that it's not coincidence, because he talks about him, and he talks about Berserk, and he talks about manga. It's all related to the video. I don't know why you'd word it in a weird way like that, like you haven't watched it. I'm going to add the context what Zombie's missing from his video now. To put things into perspective.
You guys have heard the news. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce his name. Kentaro Miura, creator of best-selling manga Berserk, dies at age 54. Very, very sad news. They had it in The Guardian. The manga is never going to finish, obviously, because he was so tied to it. The Japanese artist was best known for Berserk, which he wrote and drew. It launched in 1989 and has been running ever since. I know it's a very long-running series. Set in a world inspired by medieval Europe, it follows the story of mercenary guts, etc., etc. His character designs were hugely influential on other comics and games, including Dynasty Warriors, Final Fantasy, and Dark Souls. On Thursday, thousands of fans gathered online to pay tribute to him, including a virtual memorial in Final Fantasy XIV.
Aww.
So yeah, in the video, they're literally talking about him. They're talking about his recent death and how long he's been in the manga industry, how long Berserk's been going on for. That image was very relevant to the video.
Eon, the man that runs Clownfish TV, is extremely fucking scummy for doing this. He is using a man's death to go ahead and push his narrative.
Very, very sad. So even, well, here we have the Dark Horse comics editor, Chris Warner, described Berserk as a harrowing dark fantasy of monumental depth, complexity, and audacity.
Man, all that narrative he's pushing right now.
Which is anti-comic book bullshit. I get it. The American comic book industry isn't what it used to be, and there's fucking shit now.
Probably something we agree on. Yeah, it is shit.
now, but you shouldn't have to use a man's death to go ahead and push that message. It's really fucking scummy, and even if it is just coincidence to use Berserk in the thumbnail,
It's not. We literally talk about him in depth in the video. It's not a coincidence we use Berserk in the thumbnail, because he's a big subject of the beginning of the video. Like I said, you'll know this if you've seen the original video.
it doesn't make you look good. And later on in the video, Neon even said that American comic book artists should take on the Japanese work ethic. I get what he's...
I think you're misremembering our zombie. Luckily for you, I've got the video here. And this is what he says.
Before.
It has. I mean, this is a thing in Japan. You know, this is, everybody talks about the Japanese work ethic, which I agree. It's something we need more of, I think, here in the States. But, you know, too much of a good thing. And you've got a lot of, I mean, you've got kids.
And it's really hard when you're a creator too, and everybody's like, we want more. They're demanding. They're getting rude with you. We've had that happen. Where's our free? Why aren't we getting our free? Why, or even if they want to buy some, why is our book late? Why aren't we getting it now? It's like, well, because people like to have a life and have a little bit of downtime. You get tired. Like this one person had a lumbar compression fracture from.
So you can see in a video, we're literally talking about the work-life balance and how important it is to keep that. Like I said, you'll know all this if you've seen the video.
trying to say. He's trying to say that Western comic book art should put more love and care into the things they create, but using the Japanese work ethic to say that is a very bad thing. Japan has a massive overworking crisis, and
Once again, I'm going to do the zombies job for him and show the context of the original video.
And I don't know if he passed away due to overwork. If I had to guess, I would say that probably factored into it, because if you've ever followed Oda, the creator of One Piece, it's been talked about a lot that he works, I mean, he doesn't just work his ass off, he works his legs off, he works his feet off, he works his arms off, he's worked his life away, he's wound up in the hospital multiple times due to stress and overwork. Now,
also, we talk about the One Piece manga artist who's been suffering of health conditions for overworking.
Complete control over it, but he has been in the hospital multiple times because of his work schedule.
We even bring up his own work schedule and tell him how bad it is, how unhealthy it is, or how no time he has spent with his own family.
Yeah, I mean, you go to Oda's schedule, and this is his schedule right here.
Yeah, we talked about this before. It's just nuts.
And this is, I mean, he's, I think, in a different weight class than a lot of manga artists, but it is, you basically live to draw your comics. And it is do or die over there. If your comic doesn't take off, if it doesn't sell, you're done. And that might be your entire career. Like, this is all you plan to do with your life, is make this comic and make it big doing this comic, and to the exclusion of, like, everything else. Like,
now, he does book in a lot of time for sleep. I mean, not like a lot, but like he's got, you know, it looks like there's 2 hours here, but that's coming from Sunday when he did several here. So, I mean, he's sleeping, but I love there's 3 blocks of free time.
a friend who is Japanese and lives there has experienced it firsthand. It's not a pleasant thing. You could have worded it better, Neon. What the fuck? Here's my...
they talk about being a living nightmare to be a manga artist. That you're signing up for voluntary enslavement.
Edwina. Bunty, why didn't you give her some of yours? I would have. She didn't tell me. She didn't tell anyone. Oh. Is Edwina off on holiday?
I don't know about you, but that sounds like a dream come true. You're really overselling it. It's making it sound like a holiday. I can sign me up.
My advice, Neon, change the fucking thumbnail. You could have used other mangas to go ahead and make your message a lot more clear, but
You didn't need to, and like I said before, you could apply the same logic to you, but you didn't, so I don't know why you bring this argument up again.
instead, use the work of a dead man to go ahead and push your message. You're fucking scummy for fucking doing it.
What message? That manga artists should probably take better care of their health, that we need to look after themselves a bit more. I don't get what your message is, because the message what you said he's been pushing hasn't been in this video, and the video's coming to an end. So, where is this message?
Oh my god, sorry, I don't mean to sound so pissed, but I hate it when people fucking do this. Now,
And I hate strawman arguments what you've been presenting through this whole video, but there we are.
I'm gonna go listen to some Slaughter to Prevail and relax. I'll see you all later.
And that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope my points came across as clearly as zombies were. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video and share it if you can. That'd be much appreciated. See you next time.